Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 13 Week 7 Day 5. So today we have ourselves the good old raid event for Broken Spire. One of the first few times since the Broken Spire rework that we can actually use Etten for something that it's kind of meant for. Is this the right one? No, that's the award event. Actually, how are you doing an award event over here? Oh, come on, so close. I'm gonna have to do a couple battles. We were like right there. But of course, Broken Spire raids. We mentioned the team fort on Monday. Let me actually go grab that real quick. It's right over here. We can raids. Let's grab that. I'm running Mang, Igneous, and doubled Etten. So, and I have not used much since its rework, but it's pretty good. The rework that it got, just compared to other scroll spammers, it's just not as needed, but it's still pretty good. As far as our options, of course, we have everything from Broken Spire, including the wand. No, actually, oddly enough, we have access to Firebomb, which is kind of interesting. They nerfed Fire Lizard, which is unfortunate. He doesn't get as much red spam now. But Sheggar is a pretty decent option if you want to go down like Skull route. We have AoEs like Taraxis, which honestly for the earlier battles would actually be a bit quicker. Same as Magma Dragon. Actually, for the very, very early battles, I guess we just roll with them for now. Just because it will be slightly quicker. And just go like this, that. Because we're restricted to Broken Spire weapons too, right? Oh wait, we're not? Oh yeah, because it's a raid event. Hold up. Wait, I could just run an AoE weapon plus Magma Dragon then. With like double Firebomb, at least for the earlier section. That will change once we get deeper. But for the very early section, we can just run Firebomb, Firebomb. Honestly, Traxxas is fine. Doesn't even have a red link? You do. Yeah, we can just run it like that. Go Traxxas one shot, get Magma Dragon up off the ground. Put it into a double yellow-red. And this will work for the earlier section. Alright, there we go. And I do believe we have to buy a couple battles in. Let me just do a battle just to make sure it saves. I forget this mode unsaves it if you don't do it here. I know it does for dungeons, or not dungeon, underworld. Not sure if it does for this one. So most starting boards, unless we have an extra turn just sitting there, we are going to take Firebomb, then class Taraxxas, then win. It's going to be the game plan for most of these here. And this is not a game mode that you get penalized for losing troops, which is nice. I was about to go change something and already forgot what it was. Oh no. I was about to go adjust something and already forgot what that one thing was I was going to go adjust. Slight fail. But anyways, hello everyone! Hello, Bill! Hello, Isabel! Hello, Easy Breezy! Hello, Tyrion! Hello, Trilogy! Hello, Jonian! Hello, Ricardo! Hello, Lester! Hello, everyone else! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's pretty much the raid event. Actually, we could probably run this the whole time if we really wanted to. We could take a poke just to make sure it goes down. Your last little bit of mana. Somehow they're still not at full. And even if we don't do anything, we'll probably die to burn. And this is a mode where you do have to do at least the first set of battles all the way until you make it to Zul'Goth in order to get any loot at all. If you don't, you will not get anything. Even if your guild has already completed it. And that's kind of what we want. We want Taraxxas to get brown into our Magma Dragon. And then we're just good to go. Yeah, for the earlier range, we'll run this, and then we'll probably switch over to the good old Etten build. So honestly, with how many... Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I was going to go buy a couple more battles to help out the guild. Also to buy the weapon. Because I believe the weapon is on tier 3, if I'm not mistaken. We do indeed want that weapon, of course. Let's actually go get that right now. But yeah, that was the thing I meant to go do. It's 210 gems, and it does the following. It explodes a bunch of red gems, grants a random status effect to all Broken Spires troops, and then summons a Broken Spire troop. Overall, not the greatest, not the worst. I need to go double check what perks it has, though. I highly doubt it has anything good. Well, you never know. Sometimes they have a surprisingly weird one, like Barrier Enchant out of nowhere or something. Let's see. I highly doubt it. The one thing that could be an improvement is it probably has Firestorm, I'm pretty sure. If I had to guess based on what the weapon looks like in the kingdom itself. So I'm looking for upgradable. Where is it in all these options? Why is it so buried? There it is. Alright, so you don't have Firestorm, really. You do have Burn the first enemy, gaining some extra red allies. Capability of removing barrier, technically. Because realistically, this is likely to hit one on all enemies. Not guaranteed, though. So very likely. Alright, let's get all of them. Nothing special, but better than nothing, I guess. It's already delaying its turn because of the explosion, so might as well get the extra perks. Alright, there we go. Oh, apparently they're having a gem sale. Oh yeah, happy not Thanksgiving. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. I almost completely forgot to mention that. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. I actually got donuts to celebrate the holiday. That's the only thing I did today to celebrate it. I went to a donut store, just got a dozen. I did not eat all dozen of them. Just had a few of them. I picked up a dozen. Anyways, let's go and head over to raids again, and let's keep going. Honestly, we might just go all the way with this team. Doing what it needs to do. Once it stops getting the cycle, then we'll probably switch to Mang, Etten, and all that. But for these earlier fights, this is going perfectly fine. Yeah, I assume that's what the gem sale is for as well, the St. Patrick's Day. We still have the special skulls in game as well that we've had for the last couple days. Hello, Gimli. Hello, George. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Tyrion. Not a fan on cast conflict with the new weapon and the raid boss killing troop. Wait, the new one? Isn't it an already existing one? Wait, what do you mean by new? Ignius has existed for a while now. Transforms all red to brown. Oh, I see what you mean now. And the other one explodes all reds, doesn't it? It doesn't make much sense, does it? This one explodes all reds, but this one denies all reds. I didn't even notice that. I never intended to use the weapon this weekend, though. But yeah, if you do intend to use it, that's really bad synergy, or lack thereof. It, like, literally counters out the color you need. But yeah, you meant the raid troop conflicts with the new weapon. I understand now. But yeah, very much does. So you definitely wouldn't want to use them together. There's a lot of teams you could build without Ignius. But if you're looking for AoE spam, it's definitely kind of the way to go, because you can just Ignius into something that uses brown and then just win. That is the game plan. Of course, eventually Zolgof's going to get bulky enough where we're not going to be able to get away with this team. But for now we are, so we shall continue. I think we can get away with this for like 5-ish more battles until we have to switch to a real team. This is mostly just to kill the lower end a little bit quicker. Which is still doing very efficiently. Were they green donuts? I mostly got jelly filled and Boston cream as they're my favorite. Those like raspberry jelly ones with like the glaze on it. I got them from Krispy Kremes too. Also, gosh, donuts are getting expensive. Whatever happened to like $1 each donuts? Or even cheaper than that. Like that dozen after tax and everything was almost 20 bucks. Which is insane. I think it was a bit lower than that, like 16 or 15 or so. But gosh, they are getting expensive. I just don't order donuts that often. Didn't realize they've gone up so much. I feel like pre-pandemic, weren't they like slightly under $1 each? And now it's almost like $1.50 each. And they did not fill them that well either. That's a problem with a lot of donut places. They so underfilled their donuts. At least a lot of the chain restaurant places, or not restaurants, but you know what I mean. At least a lot of the chain donut places, like Dunkin' Donut, Krispy Kremes, insert other name here because I don't know a whole list. But I don't know, they skimp out over the years too, as the prices just keep going up on them. Is there a way to speedrun the raid boss by killing Zolgoth in retreat? No. Retreating counts as you losing the battle. You have to actually win the battle and kill Zolgoth. It's kind of like how a Valraven works. You don't just get to claim the Valraven for killing it. You have to kill it and win the battle. And Zolgoth functions the same way. And same as Gnomes. Unless you're doing Valkies, in which case it's the one exception. But all those things, you have to kill it and win the battle. Just killing it does not give you the loot. That's also applicable for weekly objectives. So let's say one of the weekly objectives, like match 200 green gems. If you match 200 green gems and then run away from the fight, you do not claim the 200 green gems you just matched. You have to do it and win the fight. There's a lot of things in the game that are like that. Because loot is determined when the battle ends, right here, when it does that little load. And if you retreat beforehand, it's like you never even killed them. So hello, Emanator. Hello, Jason. Welcome, welcome. So hello, Supernova. Yeah, the Steam's still going pretty well. It's going to fall off very soon, though. But for now, it is still doing what it needs to do. Until it doesn't. It's going to keep doing... It's still going to keep going perfectly. Until the moment it's no longer enough to, like, double shot Zolgoth. And then out of nowhere, he's going to cast and then just kill us. Because he gets to create 12 skulls this week. Meaning he will double kill us if we don't kill him in time. Meaning we should probably preemptively go start switching our team very soon. Even if we are still handling him decently. Just because once we start not handling it, it is going to go downhill very quickly. We're almost at that point. I think we can go like 1 or 2 more with this team until we have to switch over to Mang Etten. This was only meant for the super low range, which is why I didn't show in the video. Because it would only count for like the first dozen battles until you need to switch out of it for the rest. Because we're almost already at the point. Actually, we're pretty much are. Look at that. He's already pretty much full mana. Yeah, it's time. Oh, I was hoping there'd be a skull somewhere here. Gotta firebomb him and hope we have a follow-up. No! Oh no. Is it safer just to take Brown? It actually is, because he's almost guaranteed killing my first slot. Good, he gives us an option to kill him back. Okay. New plan. That's as far as we can go with this team. Let's go bring the Etten team back. I think it's already on copy-paste, but just in case, let me go grab it again. Alright, let me go get the one I showed in the video thingy. Alright, this is the actual team. Wrong tab. Raid. Fight. Fight. And no, not that team. There we go. Okay, now we get to mess with the Etten. So, of course, Etten got reworked back in November, October, sometime last year. Late last year. And with the Broken Spire rework. And with that, some things got nerfed, some things got buffed. But most notably, at least for us this weekend, Etten got a change to how its ability works. It no longer just gives a bunch of attack. It now instead creates a bunch of skulls. And a boost ratio is based on how many purple gems are destroyed. So we can either go for a column that has a lot of purple gems, or go all the way to the far right or far left, depending on which one has more purple gems. In this case, that'd be all the way to far left, but I see a triple purple here, so I'm actually going to go for that. Oh no, I did the wrong ability! No! I meant to cast that in. Well, now we'll go cast that in. Luckily, he did not disrupt our purples. And there we go. Unfortunately, it was a miss. But Hero's very tanky, so it shouldn't be too big a deal. We'll go for this again, see if we can get it. Okay, we do get one. And I just need to find one more skull, and he'll be dead. Alright, one more skull. How are we going to get you? I guess we just take a blue. And then we can edit him down, because that's a lot of purple right there. We should hit. And it's still our turn. Not like we need it there. Yeah, this should be a little bit more consistent. Of course, that end skull creation is still completely random. But it should help out. You got your Decidui this morning, the best bird. Oh yeah! Didn't they start the event for it this weekend? I need to go get that. I'm not sure if we're going to stream it. But I do need to go get that bird. I missed out on the Pikachu one. Though I have like a billion Pikachus. It's like literally their mascot. I don't have him with the special little mark now. Let's see. Take the column over there. And kill that one out. You just got the major gold glory? Nice. If only someone had the mythic tier list. I do plan to do that this weekend. I want to try getting it out. And then they're going to do an update probably in like 2 months to completely invalidate it like last time. No, the other one even is still kind of pretty accurate to this day. The main thing that kind of changed things up was the whole Ironhawk thing. Because Ironhawk didn't exist the last time we made a tier list. Which of course now it does these days. Though there's a chance it might not exist in a couple months. Depending on what a Donna rework does. Or who knows, maybe it'll make it even stronger. Are we doing RuneScape tomorrow? No. Our next RuneScape stream probably won't be till Wednesday. I will try to squeeze in a weekend one for it again at some point. But our next one's definitely going to be on Wednesday again. What do we need here? I still need a Mang first. Let me do that. Actually, don't care what order he does that, because then we can just do this, get our convert, hope it aligns. I don't even care if it does have alignment or not, because we're casting it regardless. Oh, he denies all my purple, though. Oh, no. That's slightly problematic. I didn't think about that. There being a denial purple troop available. It's not ideal. Definitely makes it harder for us to convert. Luckily, our hero hits really hard. Which, of course, is the main premise of pretty much every raid. You throw a Mang at it, gets hero with a billion attack, you then kill it off because you use armor toward them with the raid slaying troop, and you kind of chip them down from there. And what we're using this week to chip them down is N, with its newfound buff from a couple months ago. That was a really good match for it. Unfortunately, no extra. Oh no, we do have extra turn. Look at that! He just wiped the whole team. Look at that. Perfect. Exactly what we want to see. Kafka update. I have not seen codes yet. I did re-remind her the other day. And I'll re-remind her probably, not tomorrow night, but Sunday night. Or maybe tomorrow night. Might as well. Keep bugging her like every day until it happens. Let's see. Though I did not check right before the stream, and sometimes she does around this time. Because this time in Australia time is like, what, 11 o'clock a.m.? So if she works today, she'll probably be in the office around now. As well as around the time when we end the stream. So maybe I'll re-message her in case she is in today. I have no clue what day she actually works. I'll take that. Throw the other one down. There we go. But we have enough codes to last till Sunday, so... Today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Then we're out. Anyone else experiencing issues with the YouTube dark mode? Do I normally use dark mode? I don't remember. I don't think I do. Though I wouldn't be surprised if they're having an issue. YouTube always has issues. There's always something going on with them. Also, didn't they get under, like, new management recently, too? I hope things start to improve because of that. I haven't looked into that much, but I could have sworn something like that happened recently. I don't keep up with YouTube news. You're doing Fairy Godmother for your 30th Elite? I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting her up. I don't feel like I use her that often. It's a fun premise. It's just a lot of battles that are harder. I feel like it backfires too hard. Like, you know, like PvP-like situations. And then it leaves so few other situations where I want to use it. It's a fun trip to mess around with. I just feel like I would never use it a lot, though. To justify the upgrade. It is still the best way to do wish gems in the entire game, though. Hasn't actually changed. And we'll probably stay that way forever unless they start adding more options for some of the old power gems. Because that's something weird about power gems. Even though it's cool and we keep getting these new mechanics, some of them just don't get that many options. And almost never have they really been getting more options over time. Which means whatever the options are by the end of the season is pretty much how it's staying forever unless they start adding more at a later point. Which hasn't really happened much yet. And it's doing pretty good. Obviously, it's not the most consistent thing out there, which is why you generally will almost never see me using it. Well, for the context of this event, it's doing what it needs to do. I would never use this outside this event, though. It's just too inconsistent. Oh, I should probably kill that. I'm gonna wait a turn, though. I highly doubt he's gonna get that much purple. I mean, that much yellow. Actually deny my own purples just so I can get realigned over here. Oh, the miss. That hurts without freeze. I am so used to skull spamming with freeze because of Zolgoth. And it feels so weird when they get an extra turn after you skull spam miss. Because I'm just so used to always using Zolgoth on the team. That's like, wait, you're not allowed to take a turn after you take skulls? I don't have a cascade over there. We haven't really been getting any good columns, too. You ideally with Etten want to see a really good, or a lot of purple on either the right column or the left column. Those are the two most ideal spots to use it on. We haven't been getting that many. At least we have a double here, which is a little bit better. It gives you the highest chance that you'll actually land anything. Condensing down the board. You also want to do it in an area that has these little skulls in the column as well, so you have more skulls overall on the board if you can. But not all the conditions ever align up properly. I'll try it over here. Come on, there's so many spots you can get a skull over there, and you missed every single one of them. I was gonna say, there better be a skull left on this board. How could he not with that many options? There we go. I think it's our final battle because we got pretty lucky on the last Valraven, so this one likely isn't. Oh no, it is. Nice. Okay, that's definitely our last Valraven then. We have consumed all of our Valraven luck. I will do that. Convert him out. Also, I keep not paying attention to his red to brown. Like, I'm paying attention to it occasionally, but there's probably been so many opportunities to do it that I just keep missing. Because I'm focusing more on the N alignment than I am on the red to brown alignment. Mostly because the Ents can always do it from turn 1. Whereas the Igneous thing, or whatever it's called, yeah, Igneous, can only do it on when he has full mana, like right now. I'm going to hope he doesn't take it. I have alignment. No! He took away my alignment! I was about to use that alignment. Well, I guess we'll take it for mana now. I was literally about to do that this turn. And he ruins it. We'll go for another, and we'll do it over here because we want to keep those 2 skulls in play. Unfortunately, all it does is give him a skull. But oh well. And there's extra turn and rage. And we'll try one more. Oh, we gotta deny a lot of skulls to make it work, but I think it's fine. And we got him. And that is the End Skull spam team. Oh, never mind, we still have one more battle. And then that'll be the End Skull spam team. I say that because that might be all the battles we have to do. By the time we play tomorrow night, the guild might already have all the points in. However, with that being said, one thing they don't have all the points in is the world event, so I guess we'll go head over there next. Because we have not finished the world events. Actually, we might even be the person who pushes over. As well as anyone else who might be grinding at the exact same time. One more, and that's match. Come on, random skull. Good enough. There we go. And that is the event. We're pretty much already done. By the time we play tomorrow night, it definitely will be done. Come on, anything good? Come on. No, duds. We did get a blue in there, though, but on the new cool ones. The I Rock title. What a title. The I Rock. Anyways. Oh, Adventure Board's pretty good today. Wait, what is it? I didn't look at it earlier. Ah, it's a handful of gems. Oh, it's not actually good. The one that's supposed to be good is horrible. But oddly enough, the other 2 are actually good. The 25 gems and the 15 gems for 40 total. On top of the daily for 65 total. Anyways, before we do that though, let's go help the guild. Because we need to go to Song of the Sands. Go check how we're doing. And we are pretty much there. I'm not sure if our 4 battles will be enough. Technically our 6. But we're about to find out. And it'll ask me if I want to switch my medals. Yes, I do. And let's go do that real quick. And then we'll go hand out a code, and then we'll go and clear out everything else. And any rest of the time, we'll go and get on that Valkyrie grind. I want to try to open most of them before we have our next Vault event. Next Vault event is mid-April. I think we have the exact date. I actually forget what it is off the top of my head. But it's somewhat soon. It's probably like right before we get the next patch. The 6.9 patch. We got 8 songs. How many points is that? Oh no, we're not going to reach... Even if I do every last battle I have, we will not reach enough points. Oh, that's unfortunate. Because based on how many points we got from that, and that was the mythic battle too, they're definitely going to be a little short. Oh, why am I casting that one? Oh no, the only thing to live is the Valraven. Oh, if the Valraven actually escapes, that'd be so bad. It's very unlikely. So I just created yellow, which is not a good idea. But luckily it didn't super miss, as it sometimes does. You have to be really careful whenever you have a yellow spammer on any day that has a Valraven, as you could potentially super backfire. I'm just gonna go for Corvash because the other ones are already guaranteed gonna get full mana. Ooh, that big HP gain. I remember when that thing got buffed. It seemed absolutely ridiculous, and then there was just no HP boost ratios to go with it. If we ever get good HP boost ratio troops to synergize with that, that could be a pretty scary in power. There isn't much use to it in the current state of the game because it doesn't have any extra turn follow-up. But what it actually does is pretty good ever since it got buffed a couple years back. Because it actually happened during the... gosh, what's that kingdom called? During the Pan's Veil rework. While it didn't do too much, one thing they did is that it made that one Empower troop like insanely good. But there was no HP or any good HP synergy to go with it, so it never really got used. Also, attack upgrading teams just wasn't really used much at the time, nor to this day. Which also made it used quite a bit less. It is good against teams that boost their attack, but very few. I guess Wild King does in a few other situations, but there are very few teams in the current state of the game that want to mass boost their attack. Particularly ones that want to mass boost the attack of the entire team rather than just like one unit. And she works good against those, but they're very few and far between. And there's not a good HP boost ratio to use with it. Hope I should take Night Yellow first. Yeah, he's going to take it from us. Luckily, it doesn't use it for anything particularly good. Oh, that's enough damage to one-shot? Oh, you know why? I almost forgot about it. We have the extra 40%, so we actually have like 200% bonus right now. We have an extra 40% compared to last time we were doing these battles. Which is why it seems like we're hitting so much harder, because we actually are. Come on, so close to the full mana. Let's get there. And spell reduction kept alive. Oh, never mind. It was already stunned. Oh, no, it wasn't. That was us stunning it actively right there. Come on, we're so close. Oh, this might be enough. 2 more battles. One of them's a mythic battle. Come on, this has to be enough points. Watch us be like 10 points short. As long as we get a nice leveled battle here, we should be able to get enough points. Because we're getting a mythic here, and as long as the next one isn't like an ultra rare, I think we get enough. About to find out. And then we'd be done with the event. Then we'd be done with pretty much every event. For the weekend. The rest of the week. As far as daily, other than dailies and stuff, of course. We got a legendary. Oh, that should be enough. Come on. We just need 84 points from this. I have no clue how many it yields. But hopefully it is at least 84. It should. Seems like it will. And that should be match. And no Valraven. How much was that? No! I was just saying that we'd be like 10 points short. Come on, someone in my guild. If you have it, do one singular battle. Oh gosh. We are 12 points short. That's a little unfortunate. Come on, anyone below me? Or you here, do one battle. If you have it. Hey, I'm actually tied with Stardust. Oh, that's so unfortunate. We are 12 points short. Well, hopefully someone in the next 30 minutes in my guild will do that, so we'll be completed with the event this stream. Otherwise, well, I guess we'll do it tomorrow night. But yeah, 12 points short. We got gypped. Let's go clear out the other dailies real quick. Obviously using the good old Sun Spirit. I mean, not Sun Spirit. I mean Spirit Walker. They both begin with S, same difference. But we still need to get XP on this. Currently level 92. Soon to be 93. And we're just slowly trying to chip it up. As I mentioned, not in any rush to get this maxed, but of course, when we can get some pretty free XP for it, might as well take it. These daily adventure boards are 2 XP per battle, and most of them die in one single Rowan cast. And of course, Rowan build can be used with any hero class in the entire game to level them up. There's a lot of areas in the game where you can be doing this. This is one of the quicker ones you can do every day. The other one's Underworld. I personally skip on Underworld. But if you do Underworld, make sure to be using a hero class to claim the XP. If you're farming a low-level one. Obviously, if you're going deeper into one, you might have to set a natural hero class. Otherwise, you can just set it to whatever you're leveling if you're doing like level 20 or level 50. As both of those can be one-shotted with any hero class. Or, you know, using a team that uses any hero class. Normally it's Rowan doing the one-shotting. Oh, 1 mana short. That's the only problem. We don't get to start with Greenstorm. Wait, doesn't this hero class have the option of doing Greenstorm, though? I still have it set because I think we have like 50% mana start on or something. But in this context, actually would be stronger to have Greenstorm. As it makes Leprechaun, when he explodes, cause more green to fall onto the board. Which makes it more likely to land a 4 times or 5 times extra turn. As well as make sure she reaches full mana. I leave the last points for tomorrow, so I have to do it. No, someone in the guild will by then. With 29 other people, someone will. Hey, Celestial, nice. I don't really need more Celestials, though, but I still always think, like, maybe there'll be something to use them on. There kind of is in the current state of the game. But with how many we have, we're realistically never running out. Unless we just spam them on useless things. Like converting them into something like, I don't know, Vault Keys, which is really bad value. If we're going to convert them in anything, we got to convert them into, like, major orbs or something. Because ever since they did the orb rework, it's actually kind of good value to convert them into major orbs. But it requires like 10 Celestial each or something. Cheats through them pretty quickly. But we have enough to still do that with all of our shards. What if we kept doing it? We would eventually run out. Wow, why is this board so bad? Please, I just need 1 mana. There we go. By 1 mana, I mean 1 take of mana. Yeah, there we go. Alright, only other one left is the good old dungeon. No trap? No trap? Top 3? Ah, web trap. Ah, unfortunate. Alright, web trap's one of the more annoying ones too. Let me actually go cleanse. I'd rather have cleanse than anything else at this point for that. Just in case. I ideally want to get Leprechaun turn 1 or turn 2. Oh, not with that team. There we go. Oh no, he got webbed. Well, obviously he got webbed, but he didn't get unwebbed, I mean. Oh, come on, our whole team got unwebbed except the one I actually want to cast right now. A little unfortunate. There we go. That should give us extra turn right there. Then we just Zolgoth him down. Boom, boom, boom. Get all of our mana. Boom, boom, boom. And take out the rest. You got your crowns done, so now you can forget about them. Oh yeah, I'm going to be getting the last crowns today. It was actually possible to do it yesterday. But apparently I forgot to do my crowns on one of the days. Not sure which, but yeah, I forgot one day. Which I think is the first time I've ever forgotten to do the crowns on a given day. That's not too big a deal. There's like 10 days of leeway. I think actually slightly more than that. So you can miss over an entire week and still get it all done without spending any extra. I'm not sure why I did that. It's going to be more efficient just to get Zolgoth up. At this point, maybe it is better to just do skulls. Oh, come on! I hate when it does that. When we're both 1 skull away, but also Zolgoth has mana. A double win condition. Yeah, we'll grab the dragon. Also, 1 step closer! We almost have Diamantina. So close yet so far. No! I should have taken the green. I forgot we're webbed. He's still webbed, too. Alright, let me just take red and do it that way, then. Whoops. Alright, now he's finally cleansed, so we can actually cast him properly. Unlike before. We get rid of the one with immune to burn. Oh, it doesn't matter now because hero's dead. But the reason you normally want to get rid of the burned one is, or immune to burn one, is due to triple damage burning hero. Because if they have immune to burn, then they're not going to take the triple damage. But if he's already dead, then it doesn't really matter as much. One problem with that summon sometimes is it actually ends up blocking you. No! Oh, wait, that's bad. We'll take that. Oh, never mind. He's in one-shot range. It didn't matter. Actually, did he just kill it in rage? I think he did. No, I do not want to go upstairs. We shall stay down here where all the good loot is. And there we go. 60 Dragonite. What does that bring us to? Halfway there? We are almost 1/3 the way there. So close yet so far. Come on, another 750 or so. Anyways, let's go get our crowns real quick, I guess. And this will also give us the new legendary. This was available yesterday. Or like 2 weeks ago if you mass bought it. But yeah, we're getting a day late, but we're still getting it. Unfortunately, it's not really useful for much. We've actually technically already seen in the game since the most recent mythic was added. As the mythic can actually summon it. What am I looking for here? I am looking for... not that. I am looking for... that one. Oh, hello, Draco! Welcome, welcome. All's been well. Wait, did I hand out a code yet? Hold up. I don't think I did. I meant to after the other thing. Oh, let me go do that. Oh, actually, I don't even have the code section up. Because I just restarted the computer before the stream. Make sure it wouldn't lag. But in doing so, I forgot to reopen the codes. But here you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com with the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever the game says in the bottom left corner. Redeem code right over there in your chat. Just copy paste random numbers and letters starting with WZ. And give same loot as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. Definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Anyways, hey, we're almost getting Ian level 2. Not quite, though. Because what we're about to do after is going to be pretty slow XP. You're thinking about gold medaling it due to Phoenix? Yeah, it would be worth doing just because of that. There's a lot of things that you upgrade just because it's summoned off of something else. Because it makes it worthwhile. You do like the raid event? Yeah, honestly, raid and evasions I don't mind. They don't overstay their welcome. They're decently rewarding. They change up the gameplay a little, particularly raids. These are kind of on a timer against the Zolgoth. Whereas invasions is a little bit too easy a lot of times. You just plow through them with the invasion troops. Just double up on it and just destroy everything. Whereas raids is a bit more balanced. Because you have a very strong option, but they also have a very strong option. But your very strong option counters their very strong option. But their very strong option can also one-shot anything on your team. Which technically also counters your very strong option. Because with invasions, you have like 2 super overpowered broken troops against them, and they have like nothing special against you. But in raids, it's even, because you both have one really strong thing. The Raid Slayer that kills the enemy strong thing, and the Zolgoth that kills your entire team. One at a time with insta-kill. And this week's is actually particularly lethal too, because this is the only Zolgoth during a raid event that also creates skulls. While the other Zolgoths during raids do not actually create skulls, they have some kind of other effect, like freeze or something similar. But this one does indeed create skulls, which is pretty lethal. Of course, normal Zolgoth does as well, with a few other effects. But most of the other colored Zolgoths that are used for raids are not skull spammers. Only one of the 6 are, the one that's available this week. And Zolgoth basically just combines a couple of the different effects of the 6 colored Zolgoths. Because even though they look pretty similar, they do have like a slight tint color to them. I'm not sure what this color one was this week. But they all have like a slightly different tinted color compared to normal Zolgoth. With all having a slightly different ability. It doesn't change things up too much, but still kind of cool. I wish Zolgoth actually included the ability of all of them, though. Because he's missing quite a few of the actual effects that some of the other ones have. Oh, it's the brown one. It's kind of funny. Today we gotta kill all these crown things in order to actually earn them. We've seen them so much over the last few weeks, and now we actually get to keep them. I almost forgot about the free weapon, too. Was the free weapon any good? I could have sworn the free weapon was pretty bad. Last I recall. Because they put the better one on the paid side this time. Which I'm surprised they don't always do that. But sometimes they put the better weapon on the free side. Sometimes it's on the paid side. This time it was on the paid side. Because as I recall, it was a choice weapon that just doesn't do anything. It's like a small amount of damage or something very relatively irrelevant. How are we doing on the little pup kills? Let's see. Just need 3 more. Of the Vulpine Hunter. It doesn't look like much of a hunter. It looks like a delicate glass statue. But it does have ice armor. Which is kind of funny because he has like 2/3 score reduction on him. Or what is effectively 2/3. You're doing 1k boss damage right now? Nice. I normally don't pay attention much to the raid leaderboard these days. The only one I tend to peek at is normally the world event one. Just to see how crazily high it is. That and sometimes the faction one. Because some people also go crazy high on that sometimes. I'm not sure if we're ever going to take a first place on a leaderboard. That's actually kind of something funny. This account right here, I have done it on other accounts. But my main Gems of War account has actually never gotten a first place power orb. Ever. It's gotten first place PvP, but never a first place power orb. Since the power orb mechanic has existed. I have an account that's done it 3 times. The Switch account. Nintendo Switch account. But I've never done it on my main account. Mostly because of how big of a gem sink is. And especially now more than ever because power orbs are so pointless. Maybe if they update the orb there, I would. Like if they did an event where it was like a major glory, I would maybe go for it. Because then you're investing like 10,000 plus gems into a major glory. Which is not worth it, but you know, for the fun of making first place, we can still do it. What would be the value of a major glory? It's the value of 3 Nisha. A Nisha is worth about 4,500, 3 of them. So it would be basically 4,500 gems would be the value of a gold medal. Which is actually technically less than the peak value of a power orb, now that I think about it. Because the overall value of a power orb was like 6,000 to 8,000 at one point. Yeah, now that I break it down, the value of a gold medal is only 4,500. Because you can simply just buy Nishas, you know, 3 at a time for the badge, which is eventually 1,500 per medal. So the highest value could be ever considered is 4,500 for it. Technically even less because it's not versatile, but realistically it being gold medal is fine. Like if it could only be used on silver, then that'd be a little bit more limiting. Obviously, it being only usable on gold is not really a limiting factor, as doing the gold level is exceedingly hard. And the last one you would ever get done on them, so it's not actually a limiting factor for the most part. So yeah, it's only 4,500 gem value. Which means if you spent like 10,000 on an event that had one of those, you're probably burning a couple thousand gems. Because you're still getting another bunch of troop copies and stuff like that, but you're still burning through a couple thousand gems of value. Even in that situation. Because Power Orb basically has like no value these days. Like it has a theoretical value, but like its actual value is like near nothing later in the game. You've gotten 6 to 9 leaderboard power orbs. It's funny. You're gunning for a loco spot. Nice. How good or bad a value is buying 3 Nishas for 500? It's in a value category where if you have a lot of gems, it's worth it every time. And if you don't have a lot of gems, you should always skip it. Is where I would place it. Like, it's really good later in the game. But unless you have like 20,000 plus gems, I'd probably skip on it. Or at least 10,000 plus gems. Because even though it's good value, it is probably one of the first ones I would stop buying from the merchant. If oh, I need that Dragonite for Diamantia. Give me that. But it's one of the first ones I would stop buying from the merchant if you were low on gems. But it is really good value if you do have more gems than you know what to do with. But only then. Because if you have like 3,000 gems, I would highly advise never getting the Nisha. At least until later. Unless you still need your 3 peers. That might be the only exception. If you are earlier in the game and you want to spend some gems towards getting your first 3 Nishas, it might be worth it. Because you need 3 Nisha medals. And if you're still a mile away from getting 3 Nisha medals and you have the spare gems to spare, it would be worth it in that situation. But after you get 3, I would stop for a very long time buying the Nishas. Until you have a lot of gems saved up. Which doesn't happen for a while, because there's a lot of things as you're progressing through the games that you need to use gems on. Most notably getting mythics. As well as just various weekly events and all that. Like this one just consumed 210, the one today. Which isn't a lot, but you know, every small thing keeps adding up. Another merchant. Anything good? No. Awful. Also, I would say Nisha's the only one of the medals worth getting. Anu and Irani are both too pricey for what they are. You remember buying a power orb for 50 bucks? Oh gosh. The first time was 100% worth it, the second was not. Oh gosh. I have never done that. I have gotten some from the, you know, the season pass thing, of course, since they started adding them. I think it's been like 5 or 6 events now. But even that doesn't seem worth it there. I hope the next season they replace it with something better. I'd honestly rather be 3 random orbs than a power orb these days. Like 3 random major orbs. Or even just a guaranteed gold medal or a pet, or at least rotate it. Like maybe one week they do power like they have been, but then the next they do like a gold medal. And then the next they do like a major pet orb, stuff like that. And kind of rotate which one it does. That or just permanently make it not a power orb. His power orb value is just completely sunk. It's so weird. I still understand it to this day. Like a couple years ago, they made it so there's a 1% chance that you can get a power orb from major orbs. So the assumption was, okay, they are going to add something that we need to use power orbs on every year. And then they went like 3 years straight adding literally 0 things that need power orbs. And now there's just this gigantic power orb surplus, at least later in the game, for anyone who's been playing the last several years. Obviously, earlier on in the game, they're still very needed. Like, your first several is so important to get Zul'Goth. Then after that, it's slightly less important, but you still want to get Enraged Carandera. And a lot of people, since there's nothing else to use power orbs, will also get a second Zul'Goth, which is very situational, though I did use it for last weekend's invasion event. I mean, not invasion, I mean Underworld event. It was actually somewhat okay to use double Zul'Goth for Underworld that week. It's very situational to ever need 2 of them, though. Some people also run it for Explore 12. I'm not a fan of the Explore 12 version, though. But sometimes, based on the color restriction, it's okay for Underworld. Especially when you don't have access to Iron Gut. Or other good synergies for the Zul'Goth. Hey, have we gone over crowns yet? I feel like we have. Nothing else, at least we got a couple spare merchants. No, we haven't? Really? Wow. Why is the last one so elusive? Why must it still be like this? There it goes. Gosh. Every time. Literally the next battle. Nope, merchant. Aw, genie. You can tell as soon as that background comes in. Ah, well, there we go. We got the Volpine Hunter. Well, let's go max it out, I guess. Oh, also we got this weapon. It deals a bunch of damage to the last enemy and steals 3 magic, or deals a bunch of damage to the last enemy and steals 6 mana. You would never use this. Though if you are, you're probably stealing 6 mana every time. But, yeah, it's pretty underwhelming, unfortunately. Let me double check its perks. Maybe it gets auto extra turn. Because if it doesn't, then it's definitely not worth it. Last time I checked, I believe it doesn't have it, but they could have tweaked it since then. Because I checked it through the third-party thing. I did not check it through the game itself, because we just had it now. No, it's not worth it. I guess I'll max it, because why not? But, yeah, it's never worth using. Unfortunate. It does green storm into itself, but that's not enough to justify using it. It makes it slightly better, but talking very slightly. Anyways, let's go to some Volkies. Haven't opened any Volkies yet today. We've been trying to currently nibble down the pile. Currently at 308. Or technically 1,308, but you know what I mean. I almost just went Zulgoff. That's not the team I want. We'll go with this. Hey, soon we can use Diamantia for it. 1 week from now, hopefully. Maybe a little bit shorter if we get a bunch of merchants for it. I know. I'm out of water. All out of water. Saving one sip for later. I'll take that one down. Grab the explosion. And hope for some good orbs. We did pretty okay last night. We got a silver. We got a major pet. And I think that was it. As far as like really good drops. Still a little bit dry on the gold one. I've gotten a power since then. I've gotten a major pet since then. Now we just need to get the 2% one. It's so weird too because I feel like I've been getting none recently. Yet the chance of getting them is so much higher compared to the other two. By quite literally double. Because there's 2% we get a gold medal, 3% for a silver, and a 1% for a power and a major pet. We've gotten all those since we've gotten our last gold. Which is personally probably the thing I'm like most seeking out of anything in the current state of the game. Highest priority is major gold. Second highest priority is major pet, which we did get one last night. Third highest priority being silver medal. And whenever I say gold, silver, or bronze, I'm referring to the glory medals. I always just refer to them based on their tier, which might confuse some people. I should probably just call them glories. But I feel like it makes so much more sense calling them bronze, silver, and gold than it does to call them lesser glory, glory, and major glory. Because I still feel like those are pretty ambiguous as to what they actually are. That's saying gold, silver, or bronze makes it a little bit more obvious what they are. At least I feel so. A useless ingot to go into the pile. Honestly, an ingot is even worse than a orange orb. I'm not sure how they managed to do that. Because at least an orange orb can save you celestials. At least a green orb can save you souls. Ingots are currently a dead currency that do nothing. At least there's still a slight use for celestials and a slight use for souls. But there is currently no use at all for excess ingots. Of course, that could change. Hey, forging. Back-to-back new ones. One good, one bad. Brings us to 40 forging. And we're getting decently close to maxing all the Doom weapons. The rate of new Doom weapons coming into the game is only once every 11 weeks. Meaning we will very easily max every single one of them in the near future. Probably by the end of this year. I was predicting when the patch came out that by the end of 2023, we will probably have every, if not very exceedingly close to every Doom troop maxed. I mean, sorry, Doom weapon maxed, I mean. And there's a good chance that will happen. We're already more than halfway there. Though, in all fairness, even before the orbs came out, we were more than halfway there. Or almost more than halfway there, but now we truly are. Slowly but surely. May 12th your anniversary. Yeah, that's around the anniversary of the channel. April 23rd is the, I believe, 7th anniversary of the channel, or 8? I need to go double check. I'm forgetting which one it is. I could easily check based on the first video. Because I count it at the point of which we started doing the weekly video thingies. Where we covered the weekly objectives every single week. Because we've been doing that straight for like 7 years now. Like every single Monday, or pretty much every Monday. I don't plan on doing too many Volkies tonight. Might just go for another dozen or so. Maybe till we get to a nice solid 0 again. I said that last night, and we went for forever. I think I did almost 200 keys last night. It was definitely 150 something. Not even closer to 200. Oh, I could have taken blue extra turn there. Oh, no, that would have swiped it. Never mind. We couldn't have done that. I need a brown. He's just sitting right there. Oh, a Volky in our Volky. Always great to see. Preserve the keys. Ooh. Oh. Every time the major orb pops up, it's like, oh, that could be something amazing, and then up, it's not. It could have been, though. But it's not. Hopefully we don't waste all that luck on a smaller orb. When we finally do get a good drop. We technically already did. We aced on a forging earlier. That's the only good drop I got all night. As far as like the newer orbs. Of course, blues and purples are still useful. They're just a lot less useful with how many we have. There's those other ones. They're still very, very useful. Although the forging will eventually reach a point where it's not. Probably the end of this year. Pretty close to it. Also, speaking of things that are useless, gosh, why is Citric still so common? I still don't understand that to this day. At least newer players can get it a bit easier. But gosh, everyone else, you just get way more than you're ever going to need. Even newer players, if they just keep opening Volkies, they're eventually going to have more Citrics than they need to, pretty quickly. It's like the first thing that caps out of opening Volkies. Before anything else, is you having way more Cedrics than you're ever going to need ever. Even if you still need your 7. Like, soon after that, you're going to have so many more that you don't need. Look at that, we already got 2. Plus, that's just since I was talking about it. It's not even counting all the other ones we probably already got in this stream that I wasn't even mentioning. Another! We just got 3 in a row! Now it's just gonna keep dropping me Cedric. 3 Cedrics in a row. Now that I mention it, all we're gonna get is Cedric for the rest of the stream. There we go, not Cedric. Unfortunately, it's gold. But better than a Cedric. Because the best thing you could even do with Cedric is like disenchant it for 100 souls, which I don't disenchant them, so it's basically 0 value at all. It's one of those that should really stop dropping after you have 4 copies of it maxed. Like, they shouldn't do that to absolutely everything in every drop table, otherwise that'd make a lot of drop tables very broken very quick. But Cedric is one of those few that, honestly all the tarot cards as well, that when you have 4 copies of it maxed, you should stop getting as a drop. For both Cedric, the tarot cards, and all the gnomes. Like, pretty much everything in Volky drop table. Like, you can't do that for all the other keys, because that would be a little bit too broken. But they could definitely apply to Volkies. Make the loot a little better. Because that means we would actually not get any troop drops then. If that was the case, because we have 4 copies of every troop drop pretty much at this point, fully maxed. With the exception of maybe like a few tarot cards, so even those I probably already have. Because there's new tarot cards like the Emperor, Empress, and what's the other one? The Wand. I think I already have 4 copies of. Like, I have 2 to 4 of both of them. Or 3 or 4, I can't remember. Even more. Actually, I should go check. How many copies of the 2 new ones do I have? Because I should have every other one maxed. But those 2 are newer, so I'm not sure if I have those maxed yet or not. Let me go check. Let's see. How many Empresses have we gotten? Oh, I won't let me collect. There we go. Empress. I have 4 Empresses, so we would stop getting that if that was the case. And I have 4 wands. I already have 4 of the 2 new ones, which means I definitely have 4 of every other one. The 2 most recent ones that were added a couple of weeks ago, we already have 4 of. We have as many copies as you'd ever need of it. Alright, let's keep doing these until we gain a level, I guess. And we'll stop there for now. I'll keep only Valkyries till we level off of one. Should take about like 10-ish more. And Rob did his 24-hour challenge. He said that the only got maybe 4 Nishas in that allotted time. You find that a little weird? No, that's about what the drop rate is. I've gone an entire month before without getting a Nisha. Like, you can easily go 10 plus hours, 20 plus hours, even 30 plus hours without one. If you go more than 5 times over odds and farmed for 1 hour per day, it would take almost 2 months to get 1 Nisha token from Explorer. If you got super unlucky. Oh, that's why. If you did Explore 9, that would explain it. Explore 9 has the worst drop rate of Nisha in the entire game. It's the lowest Explore that you can get Nisha from. Explore 12 has the best rate. Averaging, what I would say, is probably 1 per 5 hours. Roughly, give or take a little. Obviously, it could take way longer or way shorter. The most Nishas I've ever gotten in 1 hour was 6. Not counting Mimics. Like 6 1-drops. Not like a Mimic 5 and then like a 1. But like 6 individual 1-drops of Nishas. 2 of which were back-to-back as well. Actually, I believe one of them was a double. We got like back-to-back Nisha, we got a double Nisha at one point. And like 2 others that kind of just came in between everything else. It was a very insane hour. And to this day, that's still the most I've ever seen in an hour. Even since 5 times Mimics, I think it is still the most I've seen in an hour. And that was before 5 times Mimics existed, or 2 times, or any Mimic for that matter. These all came in at the same time. Hey, there's our level up. Okay, we'll end it there. Yeah, we'll do the blue to keep it a little even. Ah, there we go. And a nice solid 0 number. Look at that. Perfect. It even stopped on a 0. How perfect is that? That means we'll probably be able to do about 70, if not more, tomorrow night. Perfect. Actually, I'll probably do almost 100 tomorrow night, to be honest. Because what else do we really have going on? Actually, speaking of which, has anyone in my guild finished out the... not that. The other mode. No! We're still 12 points short! It will be by the time we do it tomorrow night. With the entire duration, I assume everyone already did their daily number. Which is probably why it's like that. That's funny. But, yeah, tomorrow we'll have that completed. Honestly, we'll probably have raids completed too by then. Especially with the few that are going for leaderboard, like El Loco, who's absolutely killing it right now. Which, surprisingly, that's not even high leaderboard. It's like such a big number, and he's like at 41st tied with someone else. Oh, it must be a certain tier that he bought up to. Like tier 6, or I don't know what that might be. But some kind of tier, because he's exactly tied with, 2 other people, or sorry, 1 other person. But yep, we'll go do that tomorrow. Mostly Valkyries, because every other event's basically going to be done then. And technically, we could even skip on daily crowns if we want to now. We got all the bulk of the main rewards. I'm almost tempted to, we'll see. I might still farm for them. Otherwise, we're just going to open Valkyries. Tons and tons of Valkyries, as I do want to whittle down most of these before next Vault event in a couple weeks. And we still got over 1,000 to go use. Though I don't want to consume all of them. I wanted to keep a reserve at least like 500 or so. So I do want to keep some of them around. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Hope you all had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day if you celebrate. And I will catch all of you guys later. I will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And I will catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.